Let's talk some hoops, fellas. So here's the deal. The trade deadline 2 days away. Obviously, there has been a lot of talk about the Sixers and Nets making a deal happen. Some say James Harden is disgruntled in his current situation, and he obviously goes way back with Sixers GM Daryl Morey. Plus, we know Ben Simmons doesn't want to be in Philly, but Brooklyn head coach Steve Nash says that's not the case, confident that James Harden is where he wants to be. Take a listen.
The trade deadline coming up Thursday. Have you had any, I guess, any further conversations with him about where you guys stand or even where his mindset is?
No, I've talked to James. He wants to be here. He wants to be here long term as well. So I don't think anything's changed other than noise from the outside. James wants to be here. We're building with James, and we think we have the best chance to win with James. So, I don't think anything's changed on the inside, in our locker room, in our communication. It's just all the noise from the outside.
JJ, you're up first. Should the Nets and Sixers make that Harden-Simmons swap right now?
I actually love this deal for both teams.
Really?
Yeah, look, I don't know what the ancillary pieces would be if this deal were to happen with Joe Harris, Tyrese Maxey, Seth Curry. I don't know who that would be. If we just look at these two players, James Harden with Joel Embiid, other than Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid has never had a full-time pick-and-roll operator like James Harden. Individual shot creation. The Sixers missed that in the playoffs. When you look at the Nets, I've always said this. Ben Simmons in the playoffs, his best position is as a 5. Switching multiple positions on defense, playmaking on offense as a roller in the short roll, a la Giannis. So for me, one of the reasons this Sixers team has been so clunky in the playoffs is because you can't play Ben at his best position in the playoffs because Joel Embiid is the 5 and he's the best player. In terms of the timing, I get to a degree why Daryl Morey and the Sixers want to wait until the offseason. Joel Embiid has an injury history. We know that. He's in his prime. He's having another MVP season. I know, Stephen A., you feel like he's the MVP right now. You can't waste this season. The East is wide open. And I will say this.
That's a great point.
I like this trade for both teams. I'll reiterate that. If I'm the Sixers, I can't justify not trading Ben for something at the deadline. Even if you get a couple good pieces, not great pieces like a great piece like James, you have a chance this year with Joel Embiid to win the East and compete for a championship. I think there's got to be more of a sense of urgency to deal Ben by the deadline if I'm them.
That's strong.
I completely disagree with you, number one.
Great.
And number two, and more importantly, let me tell you something right now. You're the Philadelphia 76ers. I'll tell you when you had a chance with championship. When you were there, averaging 18 a game, you had Jimmy Butler there. They should have never let y'all go. They should have let y'all come back. They should have made sure to keep you and Jimmy Butler. Then I believe y'all have won the championship. I really, really do. Y'all, or at least been in the finals. That's my personal opinion. Having said all of that, here's why I respectfully disagree with you. I appreciate the breakdown. Very astute on your part. I don't give a damn. I'm not trading Ben Simmons to Brooklyn. Not to Brooklyn. You're talking about Harden. Mad love for Harden. Mad respect for him. Done great, great things in the NBA over the last decade or so. The brother's older. He's bigger. He's a touch slower, likely because of his hamstring injuries. Okay? So the Harden that you're getting, even though he's averaging 22, 10, and 8, even though he's an extraordinary playmaker, and you're right about him in the pick-and-roll situations, the reality of the situation is this ain't the James Harden that was in Houston, at least not the one we've seen thus far in Brooklyn, because of injury. Because of injury, age, attrition, the fact that you dropped the ball by not working out because you wanted out of Houston, and that's come back to bite you because the shape that you were once in, that is no longer the case. He still hasn't recovered fully health-wise. That's number one. Number two, let's understand Ben Simmons. Kyrie Irving, for all my cynicism about him, because you got to watch the bus, you got to sit in the tunnel and watch the bus, make sure he's on the bus. I mean, that's really what it is about Kyrie Irving. You never know when he's going to show up. But when that brother shows up, he is nothing short of spectacular. KD, the best in the world when healthy as far as I'm concerned. With Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons, you don't have to worry about shooting. I'm on the record. Golden State Warriors don't want him. They got their team. But the two teams you don't want to trade Ben Simmons to is Brooklyn and Golden State. Because I believe that Ben Simmons, whatever issues he's having, doesn't matter. They can win it all. My issue with him going from Philly to Brooklyn is that they're not only within the same conference, they're within the same division. So even if they don't get there, Jay, I'm saying you're an impediment, a roadblock to the Sixers. That's my issue. You might not win the championship. Something might go wrong, whatever. But you're an impediment to that team. I don't believe the Sixers, even with Joel Embiid, are beating Ben Simmons, KD, and Kyrie. And if I'm Daryl Morey and I moved Ben Simmons and that team is standing in my way, to me, that's when failure kicks in when you talk about a trade. A team could be successful, but they're not the ones in your way when you move the guy. But if you move a guy and he's serving as a direct impediment to your success, you lost because you gave him away to an enemy that can compromise your success. And that's why I say not Brooklyn.
Right. So I get what you're saying.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.